What's up? This is Joe.
And Finn.
And this is Top 5. We have decided to create this podcast because it gives us a variety of options to talk about and can be fun to focus on. This episode will be about Thanksgiving and all the things you can do in the month of November. Today we are interviewing Teigen about Thanksgiving football, favorite foods to eat, best activities to do, best desserts, best things to shop for on Black Friday, things to wear to the dinner table, and the best time for Thanksgiving dinner. Thanksgiving is a holiday during November. This holiday is based on the relationship that occurred between Pilgrims and Native Americans in November 1621. Thanksgiving was declared a holiday on November 26, 1941 by Theodore Roosevelt. This holiday is all about spending time with family and being thankful for what you have. Personally, one of my favorite holidays. I don't know so much about Finn, but...
Yeah, I don't know. It's always been a really nice one. You know, it's on the lead up to Christmas, so you get a bit of that hype, and at the same time, you get to hang out with family. Football's going on, which is always really nice, and you get a ton of food, so really fun holiday.
We will be talking with Teigen about our top 5s of Thanksgiving in November. First thing we're talking about today are the top 5 teams playing on Thanksgiving, which are the Lions are facing the Bills, and then the Patriots are going to be facing the Vikings, and the Cowboys. So, Teigen, you want to start us off with your top 5 list real quick?
All right, so at number 5, I have the Cowboys, and Cowboys just go number 5 because nobody really likes them, except for interesting people. At number 4, I got to put the Lions because who doesn't love an underdog? And 3, I have the Vikings. 2 are the Giants. You got to represent New York, you know? And then Bills because I'm a Bills fan, of course.
All right, I'll go. So at 5, I got the Patriots because Patriots they're not too bad this year, but they're still pretty bad. And then 4, got the Cowboys. Same thing. You got to be a weird person to like the Cowboys. Not going to really happen. At 3, Vikings. Vikings are okay this year. Not too bad. 2 are the Giants, actually kind of shocking me this year. And then 1, I got the Bills because why not?
All right, for me, I got the Lions at number 5. I got the Cowboys at number 4. Vikings at number 3. Their record is very surprising. I got the Giants at number 2 and the Bills at 1.
All right. So we're going to switch over to favorite foods now. If you were Teigen, you can start us off again.
Okay, so at number 5, I got to have the dinner rolls. Dinner rolls with butter, perfect. And then after that, I got to put mashed potatoes, you know, delicious, creamy, helps everything go down. And then, next I got turkey because, you know, you got to have your protein. And second on my list is sweet potato casserole. My mom makes a mean sweet potato casserole. And number 1 is stuffing.
I disagree with that casserole, bro. Sweet potatoes, okay, I don't know why, but I just don't like sweet potatoes for some reason. It's just not a
I'm with
great
Joe
feeling.
on that.
And like same thing with like green beans. Finn, I hope you don't have green beans on your list because
Green beans aren't on the top.
Green bean casserole is the opposite of sweet potato casserole.
Ever since I ate a green bean when I was younger, I'd always want to throw that thing up. Like I just got so nauseous. All right, so at 5, I got dinner rolls because dinner rolls are just pretty good. You know, you gotta have them on the side because after you're done eating anything, you want something sweet to eat with butter. Why not? 4, you got stuffing. Stuffing can be on and off every year. You know, it can be good some years. Some years it can be bad the way you make it. 3, ham, another source of protein because you know turkey's above ham. So 2, I got mashed potatoes. Great side. And then 1, I got turkey because you can't have Thanksgiving without turkey. It's iconic.
For me, I got ham at number 5. Not a big fan, but it is something that a lot of people have at Thanksgiving. For number 4, I have dinner rolls, then stuffing, mashed potatoes, and turkey. And I do have an honorable mention, which is cranberry sauce. Now, I would put it on the top 5, but no one likes cranberry sauce. I don't get it. I think it's great, but I'm putting it as an honorable mention.
Cranberry sauce is just not that good. I don't see why you're saying cranberry sauce is.
Cranberry sauce by itself means nothing. So,
I mean, I can say I've tried it, so I can say it's bad, but like I just
Yeah.
can't say. I don't know.
Well, at least you've tried it.
All right, so we're going to activities. Teigen.
all right. So, at number 5, I got to have sleeping. This is kind of an activity that, normally is not that interesting, but after you eat that stuffing and sweet potato casserole, you got the little food baby, you got to go into a food coma, you got to veg out. And then at number 4, I have Black Friday shopping, because you got to get the deals, you got to get the goods from the store, At 3rd, I have watching football. I'm not a huge football guy, but who doesn't like watching a game with their family? And number 2, I have watching Christmas movies, because in my family, Christmas starts
I disagree with
Thanksgiving morning.
that. That is not okay. You cannot skip over Thanksgiving. You cannot
Absolutely not.
like that. Everybody does that, especially when you're like walking
I
in the
will go
stores.
far enough to say I'd rather watch one of those corny Hallmark Thanksgiving movies than watch a Christmas movie on Thanksgiving.
In my opinion, Thanksgiving and Christmas are like connected. Like you can't have one without the other. Like you need them for each other.
So I was walking into the store the other day and I just saw a bunch of Christmas stuff and there was no Thanksgiving stuff being sold. And just triggers me because Thanksgiving's just that good holiday.
And at number 1, I have to have watching Thanksgiving Day Parade with family. It's tradition, it's in New York, gotta have it.
That's actually good. That's a good pick. I don't have that on my list, unfortunately. But at 5, I have the turkey trot. I don't know why I put that on my list. I kind of hate running, but
Join the club.
it's like, it's a good awareness, I guess. You can raise money for some organizations. 4, watching movies. I mean, guess you can do Christmas movies, but Thanksgiving movies like Charlie Brown, the Thanksgiving movie there. I mean, you gotta watch that every year. And then 3, I have Black Friday shopping. You gotta buy the goods. Gotta buy the goods. 2, watching football. Pretty big football fan. And at 1, I got playing football because always need to play football on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I'm going to be like Teigen. I'm going to start off with number 5 as sleeping, You eat all that food, can't get enough of it, but then you can't get enough sleep right after. And for my number 4, I put Black Friday shopping. It's normally pretty fun, but I think, just how everyone goes crazy over it might be a little more exciting than the deals themselves. For number 3, I have movies and TV. I mean, I'm not going to put anything in specific because there's a lot of, movies and things to watch, Some people like to watch Christmas movies, but, yeah. Then for number 2, I got watching football. Love watching football, especially when the Bills are playing on Thanksgiving. And for number 1, like Joe, I've got playing football because you always got to do that football game with the family right after you eat.
See, I cannot do that. I cannot go from gorging myself, eating more than my weight, to going to play a physical activity. I would puke. I would be on the couch before I knew it.
Actually, I gotta take that back now that I think about it. It's what you do while you're waiting for the food to be done. You do that while you're waiting.
Okay, I agree.
You did that
I
before.
agree.
I end up playing it in the morning. I go with my neighbors and we go to a different friend's house and we just play at 7 o'clock in the morning. So you don't really get that sleeping in feel for Thanksgiving, but we get some football done earlier in the morning and then we can watch football later, enjoy the day.
I gotta have sleeping in. Sleeping in is a huge part of Thanksgiving for me.
Okay, so all this talk about Black Friday, switch it over to the best things to shop for on Black Friday.
So for me, I put headphones or AirPods at number 5, because AirPods are, expensive, so those deals really come in handy. And then I have an iPhone at number 4. And at number 3, I have shoes because I'm a big shoe guy. And anytime I can get a deal, I go for it. And then at number 2, I have clothing. And at number 1, I have a video game console. Hopefully, some more get released. They're pretty hard to get, and they're pretty pricey most of the time.
Okay, so for my 5 spot, I have video game stations, like Xbox or PlayStations. I've fallen out of the love of gaming. I don't know why. Just don't really enjoy it too much. But, have to include it on the list for Black Friday. And then I have shoes. You got to have your shoes, 3, I have TVs. You can't play video games without a TV, so, you need a TV. Get one. And then 2, I have clothing. It's good, always good to go shopping for clothing, especially things are getting expensive. Like buying a good shirt for like $60, that's crazy. So go on Black Friday shopping, get a shirt for like $20, $10. And then at 1, I have iPhones, because who doesn't want to be gifted an iPhone during before Christmas, Thanksgiving time?
Yeah, I'm going to start off my list here. I'm just going to go with TVs. They're a big thing that people always chase after on Black Friday. To be honest, I don't think they're even that expensive compared to other electronics from the start, so I don't know why people go nuts over it. At number 4, I got, iPhones, Androids, whatever you use, just phones in general. That's another thing that people go crazy over, low prices and stuff. For 3, I got clothes. Always want to get some nice clothes at some lower prices. For 2, I got shoes. So normally when I try to get some nicer shoes, go for a bit cheaper. And for number 1, I got, video games, video game consoles, things like that, Now, even games like $60, so getting them at a cheaper price is always great.
That is true. So go over to best desserts right now.
All right, so at the lowest spot, I have cookies because, they're just a staple. Everyone loves cookies all times of the year. Then I have ice cream at number 4 because, ice cream on Thanksgiving, it doesn't stand by itself, You really need to pair it with some pie or cake to really get it to be what it truly needs to be. And then 3rd, I have raspberry cheesecake, or really any cheesecake. I'm a huge cheesecake guy, but I would have it higher, but it's not really a Thanksgiving staple in my family. And then for number 2 is pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is not something I really enjoy as much as some other desserts, but it really gets me in the Thanksgiving spirit. And at number 1, the best dessert for Thanksgiving is 100% without a doubt apple pie. Everyone loves apple pie. If you don't love apple pie, you're the odd one out. You gotta have apple pie on Thanksgiving.
That is very true. So for the 5th spot for me, I have pecan pie. I know, Teigen, you can't have pecan pie, but it can be on and off. Sometimes I can enjoy it, but it's not that good. And then ice cream, like you said, you have to have it with like a pie or something, but it deserves to be up there. Vanilla ice cream with an apple pie, always pretty good. And then 3, I have pumpkin pie, but I just don't really enjoy pumpkin pie. I kind of did it because a lot of other people enjoy pumpkin pie. I just don't like the taste of it for some reason. And 2, I have raspberry cheesecake. My dad makes this raspberry chocolate cheesecake almost every year. It just tastes really good. I just had to put it at 2. And then 1, I have apple pie because you have to have apple pie on Thanksgiving, for being honest here.
All right, my number 5 is just going to be vanilla ice cream. It's great, and it goes on your pie and stuff, but I can't imagine putting it any higher just because it's not something you'll eat on its own. At number 4, I got cherry pie. It's not that great, but I've had it sometimes, and it's hard to find a lot of things because it's just normally a small circle of things that are, that I've got for my family's Thanksgiving dinner, and cherry pie is one of them. But yeah, then for 3, I've got pecan pie. I think it's pretty good, but it doesn't hit as well as number 2 and number 1, which are pumpkin pie and apple pie. Can barely even rank them separately. They're both great, especially with that vanilla ice cream. Just perfect. Have to have them.
Okay, so after that, we're just going to go straight to best times for dinner because there's got to be a time that you set for your dinner every year.
At the lowest number 5 spot, I have 6 p.m. And then going from there, I have at noon. At number 3, I have 5 p.m. And at number 2, I have 3 p.m. And the best time for dinner, in my opinion, is that right around that 1:30 to 2 p.m. spot. And the reason I think this is because it is tradition in my family to not eat breakfast or lunch on Thanksgiving, not a single bite to eat. Maybe drink water, okay? And so by 1:30, you're really hungry and you're ready to eat a lot. And if you eat at that 1:30 spot, then the rest of the day from like 1:30 to 9 or whenever you go to bed, you can just keep going back for more and more while you're watching the parade or football. I just got to have it at 1:30.
Okay, so for my fifth spot, I have noon because I just feel it's a little bit too early to eat dinner. I mean, if you're gonna be doing something like that, then it's not gonna be too early. But for me, I eat breakfast in the morning on Thanksgiving, so I'm not too hungry around noontime. But noon, I just feel is just way too early to eat dinner. And then 4, I have 7 p.m. Now, if you're like a more sportsier family, I guess you can like sit down and watch football while eating, I guess. But at 7, it's just getting a little bit too late. Like, you gotta eat it before 7 p.m. 3, I have 2. It's a pretty good balance right there. I mean, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., which 3 p.m. is in my second spot. And then the best time, I believe, is around 5. Now, could be disagree or agree on this. It is late, but like if you're eating some snacks, it should be okay to eat dinner at 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Joe. I'm starting number 5 off at 12 p.m. Some people start like eating dinner at noon. I don't think you can even call it dinner then. Unless you're doing Thanksgiving dinner twice, I don't think that you should be doing it at noon. For number 4, I got 3 p.m. Still, I think it's a little bit too early, just not quite there. For number 3, I got 6 p.m. A little bit later than I like it. I mean, it's fine, but, just nothing special about it. Number 2 is 4 p.m. It's fine, kind of like 6 p.m., kind of early. And then 5 p.m. is just that sweet spot. That's where you want to have Thanksgiving dinner, It's just right.
Talking about all this time to sit down at the dinner table and eat dinner, so we're just going to switch over to things to what to wear at the dinner table.
At the number 5 spot, I have shorts and a t-shirt. Does not fit in the season at all. And Thanksgiving time, by then it's cold. It usually gets dark out pretty early, and you just got to be in the mood to be more cozy and warm. And at the number 4 spot, I have a Christmas sweater. Like I said, Thanksgiving and Christmas go hand in hand, and I want to see my family's best Christmas sweaters at Thanksgiving. At the number 3 spot, I have sweatpants. You have to be cozy while you're eating, get in the right mindset to gorge yourself. And number 2, going with the holiday fall theme, I have a flannel shirt. But the number 1 best thing to wear to Thanksgiving dinner all time is pajamas and a sweatshirt.
The comfy fit.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so in my 5 spot, I have shorts, comfy fit. Getting the shorts done. Gotta have them. 4, sweatpants, kind of what with Teigen, comfy clothes again. I don't know why, but 3, I have a comfy shirt, fits with the comfy thing. I don't know why I didn't put them higher in my list, but at 2, I have nice pants, and 1, I have a collared shirt. Just because I feel like if you are sitting at a table, I feel like you should have a nicer shirt. You don't have to have the nicer pants, but if you have a collared shirt, just look, more respectable, eating dinner with some family members, maybe some cousins come over, have a large family, everybody has a collared shirt on. You don't need to have such nice pants. But I just feel you should have probably a nicer shirt on.
That's respectable. I can get with that.
I start my number 5 off. I put shorts right on there. I guess if you live in a place where it's warm around Thanksgiving, it's fine. But like up here, I don't think that that's an acceptable thing for me. Shorts or t-shirt. I'm not working with that. But for 4, I got dress clothes. It's kind of what you're supposed to wear, but at the same time, something about it seems off. For number 3, I got just sweaters and stuff. You gotta wear a nice sweater. For number 2, I got jeans. Just feels right. And for number 1, I got flannel. Perfect for the time of season. You gotta have some flannel on.
Yeah, that's nice. I like the flannel. That's a good thing to wear at a dinner table for dinner. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I like that pick. That completes our rankings. Thanksgiving is a very eventful holiday, and there's a lot to do in it. Great activities, things to eat, and a great way to spend time with your family. thank you, Teigen, for taking some time today to talk about Thanksgiving with us.
Our next episode will be all about Christmas and what you do during the month of December and all around the holiday season. Thank you for listening to the show. Signing off for now.